What's up, everybody? Peter McKinnon here, and today we're talking about Instagram stories. It's an incredible part of a platform that is being highly underutilized by just about everybody out there that's using it. But there's one guy that is taking advantage of it, and today we're gonna meet him. So several weeks ago, we did a video on how to crush your Instagram game. In that video, we talked about Instagram stories a little bit. Not too much, we barely grazed the surface, but we talked about how you can put a little more effort into it and how you can edit those stories on your computer, things like that. Now, my friend Jesse, who you're gonna meet here in a second, he takes that to a whole new level, and I'll let him explain it to you and his process behind all of that. But when I saw these stories, and I've been watching him do these since November, I just thought to myself, at some point, I need to get him on the channel to teach you guys how he does what he does and to show you guys what he does, because I think it'll inspire you. There's always room to grow. There's always room to improve. And Jesse is a testament of this. He's definitely taken something that everybody uses and raised the bar, and he's gonna keep raising the bar. And I think we all need to be raising the bar for ourselves and for everyone around us. So that is the purpose of today's video, and I hope you guys love it. And with that being said, I'd like to take a quick minute to thank our sponsor for today's episode, which are the fine folks over at Squarespace. And wait, if you need a website, a blog, a store, an online presence at all, if you need a place to put your photography portfolio so you can actually send people to check out your work, these are the guys to go to. I've been using them myself for like 5 years. It's an all-in-one platform. There's nothing to upgrade, install, or patch. You don't need to know anything about web design. And they've got tons of beautiful designer award-winning templates. You can just scroll through, choose, you can sample a whole bunch of them. If you manage to break the internet in the process, they've got award-winning 24/7 customer service, so you're never left hanging. And if you want to check it out a little bit further, give it a shot, head over to squarespace.com/McKinnon. If you enter McKinnon in that little code box at checkout, you save 10% off your first purchase. So, woo! What are you waiting for? Let's go!
Ow. Is that how you do it?
Hey, what's up? My name is Jesse, and I'm a filmmaker, I'm a photographer, and lately I've kind of evolved into a Instagram storyteller, Instagram story maker person. Right now, Instagram stories is my primary form of delivery for the things that I want to make, for the things that I love making. And I was already on Instagram, and then stories came out. I realized that people were underutilizing it, you know? Everyone was just looking at their phone, talking for 15 seconds, or they were showing outfit of the day in a boomerang. Because I'm a filmmaker, I thought I could do what I do and I could put it here. I can tell a whole story in 15 seconds. I can have a beginning, a middle, an end. I was shooting on my iPhone. I was editing in iMovie on my phone. I was adding music. I was shooting time lapses, and it was just my day-to-day life. It was nothing exciting or extravagant. It wasn't mountains. It was walking to my studio, which is just my place of work. It was making eggs for my daughter. It was nothing excellent, but I wanted to tell those stories in a way that I didn't see anyone else doing. So I took that 24-hour deadline and I used it as motivation to make something every day. I can't procrastinate on it because if I don't make it, it doesn't happen. So the pressure of creating this long-form vlog or travel lifestyle video was gone. It was totally lifted because I only had to fill 15 seconds and then it was gone and then it would just disappear. So I get messages from people all the time saying, why are you putting so much work into this? Why do you spend so much time editing these videos every day? They're just gonna disappear. They're gonna be gone tomorrow. What is even the point? I mean, I think Instagram stories can totally be what you make it. It can be a super condensed version of a vlog. It can be your daily life edited, fast paced, or it could be your version of Vine, rest in peace. It can be what you make it. It doesn't have to be boomerangs. It doesn't have to just be screenshots with stickers on your face. It's not just another version of Twitter where you can make an announcement about another thing you did. It really is a platform for filmmaking. It's you can make a 15-second anything you want and it's still gonna disappear tomorrow. And I love that because it means you can't procrastinate. If you're gonna make them, you have to make them now.
Hey, it's a beautiful beach day. I'm with Pete. Clean this off. Word. It's very wet and cold.
What are the tools that I use then for these Instagram stories? As you know, I started with an iPhone. I was shooting them on my iPhone, editing them on my iPhone, film my face, film my feet, film my friends, edit together a little story. Quickly, I realized I kind of wanted to do something new, something different. So I bought this friction arm. I put a little phone mount on it. And what that meant is that I could mount my phone anywhere. So that meant that I could shoot time lapses out the window. It meant I could shoot myself walking towards the camera, and it gave me a whole new way of presenting these stories that wasn't just here's me, here's life. But I'm a filmmaker, and so naturally I was obsessing over how can I make this better? How can I make it different? How can I stay above the boomerangs, coffee, selfie, sippy cup? And so I started shooting them on this little guy. So this is the Canon EOS M5. I love this little thing. It's tiny, it's portable, it fits in my bag with the microphone on. It's got a little flip out monitor so that I can see myself and what I'm doing. But the key here is actually to shoot it vertically. And it's a really weird mind shift to try and hold your camera this way and to film the world in a 9:16 aspect ratio, but I really think it's worth it. I think it's worth it because I'm a strong believer that you should create content for the platform. So this video that I'm making, it's for Instagram stories and it's optimized for Instagram stories, and it's gonna look best the way people are consuming this content. People are watching stories like this. People don't want to turn their phone every time they switch the story person. So I started producing content for the way people were watching this content.
My butt is so wet. Oh, no.
So a big mistake that I see a lot of people make is they film it this way. They film it the way you should film video, and then they crop out the center. The problem with that is though, you're gonna miss things. You're gonna miss the edges of your frame. You're gonna miss part of your composition because in your head, you didn't realize how narrow 9:16 really is. So when I'm holding this out with the screen, I see exactly what you're going to see. I don't worry that, you know, I'm gonna be chopping off my ears, or when I point at something, I know my pointing finger is in the shot. The next thing that I upgraded was the microphone. So I was getting so much wind noise originally when I was shooting just like this. I picked one of these guys up. This is a Rode Video Micro. It's an incredible value for the money. You stick it on, it comes with a little dead cat. Sorry. Meow. You plug it in, wind no more. It captures my audio perfectly. It sounds great. And a lot of people probably have no idea that I'm using a microphone, but what they notice is that they never hear wind noise.
So I met up with my friend Peter again today to make a video about making these Instagram stories. And part of that is rigging cameras up into stupid places, so.
Wait, what?
Sorry, I'm not, and can I also get
small
creamy
chocolate
chip ice thing? A small is good, counting calories. And double chocolate donut.
Anything else?
Gym membership. JK.
Okay, it's gonna be fun.
So it's kind of a subconscious thing that I think really elevates the level of your stories. If you want to learn more about audio techniques, you probably recognize me from a video Pete posted the other day. In the description. We hear this kind of stuff all the time, which is, I don't have that life. I don't have an exciting day. I'm not jumping out of helicopters, or I'm not standing at the base of mountains. What am I gonna film? The truth is, my life isn't that exciting either. And so what I did is I took my regular life. A lot of that is walking to and from my studio, and I decided I'm gonna shoot that every day, and I'm gonna try and find a different way to tell that story every day. And sometimes that's with jazz music, and sometimes that's to hip hop, or sometimes it's through time lapse or through stop motion. Sometimes my walk is raining and I play with it, or sometimes it's sunny and I play with that. Sometimes I'm holding my camera, or I'm setting up my camera, filming myself walk by. Sometimes I'm skateboarding, I'm longboarding, I'm biking. I stopped biking. And I started noticing there was these repeat things that happen every day on this walk. I wanted to turn those into characters. So there's a rope that I duck under every single day walking to my studio. And I've just decided I want to include that in as many ways as possible. And so sometimes I'll duck under it while I'm talking, and sometimes I'll skateboard under it from afar. Sometimes it'll hit me in the face, and sometimes my hat will fly off. So I started taking things in my life and adding personality, giving them a character role in these stories. One example is Soylent, which is space food that I drink every day. And it's weird and it's silly and people think it's gross, but I really like it. And so I've been trying to find different ways to show myself opening bottles of Soylent, or drinking bottles of Soylent, or telling you I'm gonna cook breakfast and just pouring it into a cup.
It's cold and rainy outside. I'm gonna make some breakfast and do some work. Breakfast. Sweet taste of space food. Oh, and by the way, this next story, I shot it yesterday, so sue me.
So I'm using that on a daily basis as the content for my stories. It's not exciting, it's not glamorous, but it's giving me creative freedom and creative control over my own life. I'm taking these pretty mundane things, walking, drinking space food, and I'm turning them into characters, and I'm making it unique, and it's making my stories unique, and people are noticing them, and I'm amazing. And so I don't need to be buying tickets across the world in order to have a lifestyle that I think is worth sharing. I can just take my current life and show it to you every day in as many different ways as possible. And it's honest and it's raw and it's really fulfilling to me because I'm getting to do the thing I love, filmmaking, photography, and I'm doing it every day. And then it's just gone forever. I even think there's a sort of comedy in putting all this work into something that's just going away, because it's all about going the extra mile and doing the work that other people don't want to do so that your work can stand out above the crowd. And I've noticed since starting these back actually in November, I have a bunch of friends that are starting to do the same thing, which is exciting to me, but it's encouraging and inspiring to me, and it makes me feel somewhat competitive. Like, I want to raise the bar even higher. I want to do better than anything I've done before. I want to put in more work. I want to composite myself through a time lapse, all for a 15-second story that's going to be gone tomorrow. So it's all of this stuff. It's the gear, it's the time, but more than anything, it's the work and the willingness to actually do something different than everything else you see. Don't look at my stories and make those stories. Look at your life and tell those stories, because that's what people are interested in. That's why they follow you, because they're interested in you and what you do and your perspective.
So that's it for us today, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you got something out of it. It was a really, really fun video to make. I've been wanting this information. I've been wanting this topic covered for quite some time. Basically for as long as I've seen Jesse's Instagram stories, but I'm super pumped that he was gracious enough to come onto this channel and teach us everything about what it is that makes his stories unique. So I highly recommend giving the guy some love. Go follow him on Instagram, follow his channel. I'll put all the links below. I sincerely love his content, and it's just a pleasure to watch on a daily basis. Hit that like button if you got something out of this video. Smash it if you so desire. Subscribe if you aren't already, and you can hit the bell to be notified every time I upload a video, and join the notification squad. With that being said, thank you again so much for watching. I appreciate each and every one of you, and I will see you guys in the next video. It's a bit chalky.
Gonna try the chocolate one?
Yeah. It's got a bit of a weird aftertaste.
A little bit. It's space food.
I much prefer this one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's all yours. Oh yeah.